The world of finance is often shrouded in mystery, a complex web of numbers and transactions that can seem impenetrable to the average person. Yet there's one aspect of finance that consistently grabs public attention and sparks outrage. When those individuals in positions of power, particularly elected officials, are involved. The ability of these individuals to make informed financial decisions, potentially influenced by non-public information, raises concerns about fairness and transparency. It begs the question: are they acting in the best interests of their constituents or for their own personal gain? This issue of congressional stock trading has been a topic of debate for years, with accusations of insider trading and conflicts of interest swirling around Capitol Hill. The very nature of their roles gives them access to information not readily available to the public, information that could potentially influence their personal investment decisions. While some argue that these elected officials are simply savvy investors, others see a clear conflict of interest. The potential for abuse is undeniable, which is why the recent stock moves of one particular senator have drawn significant attention. Senator Markwayne Mullin, a Republican representing the state of Oklahoma, has found himself at the center of this controversy. His recent stock trades, particularly those filed on February 27, 2025, have raised eyebrows and fueled the debate surrounding congressional stock trading. The timing and nature of these trades, coupled with Mullin's position on key Senate committees, have led to accusations of potential conflicts of interest. Senator Markwayne Mullin is a unique figure in the United States Senate. Unlike many colleagues with Ivy League educations, Mullin's path was paved with the grit of a self-made businessman. He is the only sitting United States Senator without at least a bachelor's degree, which may be a sad fact he is consistently reminded of. Please do not let that fool you for a single second. Born in Oklahoma, he built a successful career before politics. Starting in the family plumbing business, he expanded into various industries. In 2012, he won a seat in the U.S. House advocating for small businesses. In 2022, he secured a Senate seat, bringing his business acumen to Congress. February 27, 2025, was a significant day for Senator Markwayne Mullin's financial activities. He filed notable trades including substantial purchases in Accenture and LPL Financial Holdings. Accenture, a global leader in digital transformation, offers services in cloud computing, cybersecurity, AI, and data analytics. Senator Mullin's investment in Accenture raises concerns about potential conflicts of interest. Critics argue it creates an appearance of impropriety, while defenders claim it's based on public information. As for our thoughts, since purchasing Accenture, the stock has fallen nearly 11%. But we would argue the financials are still extremely strong. With a beta near 1, the stock is bound to follow the market, reflecting a recent fall in many major growth stocks. Accenture has posted amazing financials recently, currently returning positive metrics across their return on assets and return on equity, as well as their quarterly revenue and earnings growth. Our only negative thought against the company would the influx of cash the company financed in their November 2024 financials, somewhat increasing their liabilities. With that said, this could be simply explained by the need to prepare for hypothetical additional contracts or increased revenues on the horizon. Regardless, the company looks good, but please do your own due diligence, and do not put your blind faith in a trade simply based on a senator's stock moves. Next up, LPL Financial Holdings, a prominent player in the financial services industry, has carved out a niche for itself as a leading provider of brokerage and investment advisory services. Catering to a network of independent financial advisors and institutions, LPL offers a comprehensive platform of products and services, ranging from investment management and retirement planning to insurance and wealth management solutions. The company's fortunes are closely tied to the health of the financial markets and the regulatory landscape governing the financial services industry. As a member of the Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee, Senator Mullin wields considerable influence over policies that directly impact LPL's business operations. This influence, coupled with his decision to invest in the company, has raised red flags among ethics experts who question whether his trades are driven by personal gain rather than the best interests of his constituents. The potential for conflicts of interest in this scenario is significant. Mullin's access to non-public information, such as upcoming legislation or regulatory changes, could give him an unfair advantage in the stock market. The LPL Financial Holdings investment, coming at a time when Mullin is actively involved in shaping financial regulations, has only served to amplify these concerns. As for our useless opinion, with a net worth far less than 0.01% of the senator's supposed net worth, we do not fully believe in LPL. The stock has been on an absolute rampage as of late, trying to reach close to its all-time highs again. But will it reach its former peak, potentially surpassing it, or sink back to its 52-week low? Only time will tell, but with their highest earnings expected on April 24th, this could make for an interesting quarter for the stock. The rivalry between Microsoft and AMD is a testament to fierce competition in the tech world. Microsoft, known for its ubiquitous operating systems and software applications, and AMD, a leading provider of computer processors and graphics processing units, have been locked in a battle for market share and technological supremacy for decades. Senator Mullin's decision to invest in Microsoft, while selling off AMD holdings, offers a glimpse into his investment strategy and his assessment of the tech landscape. Microsoft, with its vast resources and dominant market position, is often seen as a safe and reliable investment. AMD, on the other hand, while experiencing a resurgence in recent years, is considered a riskier bet, albeit one with potentially higher rewards. The timing of these trades, however, has raised eyebrows, particularly in light of Mullin's position on the Senate Armed Services Committee. Both Microsoft and AMD are major contractors for the United States government, supplying critical technology and services to the Department of Defense and other agencies. Mullin's committee assignment gives him access to information that could potentially impact the financial performance of these companies. While it is not uncommon for senators to hold investments in companies that do business with the government, the optics of Mullin's trades, particularly the sale of AMD stock, have raised concerns about potential conflicts of interest. Critics argue that the timing of the sale, coming after Mullin assumed his committee assignment, suggests that he may have used non-public information to inform his investment decisions. These concerns, while serious, remain speculative, and Mullin has denied any wrongdoing. As for our opinion, we could not agree more with the senator on this matter, regardless of being a part of any committee. We are not implying financial experts know anything about what they are talking about. The general consensus is the market will stay stagnant or decline during the next year or two. Whether or not this is correct, I would take the safe beta of Microsoft over the hopeful rally or growth of AMD, even with their new, amazing collection of 2025 upgrades. Senator Markwayne Mullin's entry into the political arena wasn't a complete departure from the world of finance. Having built a successful business empire from a humble family plumbing business, Mullin brings with him a keen understanding of market dynamics and a portfolio that's reflected his entrepreneurial spirit. However, as he transitioned from the private sector to the public sphere, his financial dealings have come under increased scrutiny, with critics questioning whether his investment decisions are influenced by his political position. Since assuming office as a United States representative in 2013, Mullin has been required to disclose his financial holdings and transactions, providing a glimpse into his investment strategy and the companies that have captured his attention. These disclosures, while not always comprehensive, paint a picture of a portfolio that has evolved over time, reflecting both his personal financial interests and, some argue, his evolving political influence. A close examination of Mullin's trading history reveals a pattern of investments in sectors closely aligned with his committee assignments and legislative priorities. For example, his early investments in energy companies, while he served on the House Energy and Commerce Committee, raised eyebrows, as did his subsequent investments in healthcare companies after being appointed to the House Energy and Commerce Subcommittee on Health. These patterns, while not conclusive evidence of wrongdoing, have fueled suspicions that Mullin may be using his position in Congress to inform his personal investment decisions. The potential for conflicts of interest in such scenarios is undeniable, and the lack of transparency surrounding congressional stock trading only serves to amplify these concerns. Senator Mullin's appointment to the Senate Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions in 2023 raised red flags for ethics watchdogs. The HELP Committee oversees healthcare, education, labor, and retirement security. Mullin's business background sparked concerns about conflicts of interest. His investments in Stride Inc. drew sharp criticism. Critics accuse him of using his position for personal gain. Mullin defends his investment, citing belief in the company's growth, but the optics of his actions cast a long shadow over his role, and his aggressive purchases of the company stock since the start of 2025 combined with a nearly 25% return since purchase only adds fuel to the fire. Senator Mullin's heritage as an enrolled member of the Cherokee Nation adds a unique dimension to his political identity and investment strategy. His lineage dates back to his great-grandfather through the Oklahoma Dawes rolls. As the first tribal citizen to serve in the U.S. Senate in nearly 2 decades, Mullin brings a distinct perspective to Washington, D.C., one shaped by the history, values, and economic realities of Native American communities. This perspective is reflected not only in his legislative priorities, but also in his investment portfolio, which includes holdings in companies with ties to Native American tribes. While some have praised Mullin for using his financial resources to support businesses and initiatives that benefit Native American communities, others have questioned whether these investments create potential conflicts of interest, particularly when those businesses are impacted by legislation or government contracts overseen by committees on which Mullin serves. The intersection of Mullin's Native American heritage, his investment portfolio, and his political influence is a complex and nuanced issue. On the one hand, his investments in companies that operate on tribal lands or cater to Native American markets can be seen as a form of economic empowerment, fostering growth and opportunity within these communities. On the other hand, the potential for conflicts of interest arises when Mullin's legislative actions, such as advocating for specific policies or directing government funds, could directly benefit companies in which he has a financial stake. This entanglement of personal financial interests and public service raises ethical concerns and underscores the need for greater transparency and accountability from elected officials. We'd say in a state with the largest American Indian population, some support from Congress for an undersupported group seems a fair deal to us. Senator Markwayne Mullin's journey from a small-town plumber to a multi-millionaire U.S. senator is a testament to his entrepreneurial spirit and business acumen. However, his rapid accumulation of wealth, particularly after entering politics, has drawn scrutiny, with critics questioning whether his financial success is intertwined with his political influence. Mullin's early success in the plumbing industry laid the foundation for his financial empire. He transformed his family's plumbing business into a thriving enterprise, expanding his operations and diversifying his holdings into various sectors, including real estate, hospitality, and energy. These ventures, coupled with shrewd investments, propelled his net worth into the millions long before he set his sights on Washington, D.C. However, it was his entry into politics that coincided with a dramatic surge in his wealth. Financial disclosures reveal a significant increase in Mullin's net worth following his election to the U.S. House of Representatives in 2012, a trend that continued throughout his tenure in Congress. This rapid accumulation of wealth has fueled speculation that Mullin's political connections and insider knowledge may be contributing to his financial success. While there is no evidence to suggest that Mullin has engaged in illegal activities, the optics of his wealth trajectory raise valid concerns about the potential for conflicts of interest and the undue influence of money in politics. The lack of transparency surrounding congressional stock trading only exacerbates these concerns, making it difficult to assess whether Mullin's financial success is a product of his business acumen or his political position. Markwayne Mullin's story is a quintessential American tale, rooted in hard work, family, and community. Born in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1977, Mullin's upbringing was far from power and privilege. He spent his formative years on his family's ranch in Westville, learning through sweat equity. Growing up in rural Oklahoma instilled in Mullin a deep appreciation for labor and self-reliance. The ranch was a classroom where Markwayne learned responsibility, resilience, and hard work. These experiences shaped his worldview and laid the foundation for his future success. Markwayne Mullin's competitive spirit found an outlet in wrestling. He excelled, earning a scholarship to Missouri Valley College in 1996. At 20, his father's illness changed everything. Mullin paused his education to save the family plumbing business. His determination transformed it into a multi-million-dollar enterprise. Mullin became a respected leader, embodying grit and determination. Markwayne Mullin's journey from wrestling to business showcases his drive and resilience. His entry into politics tested his mettle, taking him from Oklahoma to Washington, D.C. In 2012, Mullin ran for Oklahoma's 2nd Congressional District, emphasizing limited government and fiscal responsibility. His message resonated and he won, becoming the first Republican to represent the district in over 4 decades. Mullin's transition to congressman was seamless, advocating for conservative principles and small businesses. Beyond Congress, he was active in his community, supporting local charities and mentoring youth. Woven into the fabric of Markwayne Mullin's identity is a profound connection to his Cherokee heritage, a legacy passed down through generations of his family. As an enrolled member of the Cherokee Nation, Mullin carries with him the history, values, and traditions of a people who have faced adversity with resilience and emerged as leaders in their communities. The Cherokee people, known for their strong sense of community and their deep respect for the land, have a long and storied history in Oklahoma. Forcibly removed from their ancestral homelands in the southeast during the Trail of Tears, the Cherokee Nation rebuilt their lives in Indian territory, demonstrating remarkable strength and determination in the face of unimaginable hardship. Mullin's Cherokee heritage is more than just a matter of ancestry, it's a fundamental part of who he is, shaping his worldview and influencing his approach to leadership. He often speaks of the importance of preserving Cherokee culture and language, and he has been a vocal advocate for tribal sovereignty and self-determination. In many ways, Mullin's journey from the Oklahoma ranch to the United States Senate mirrors the resilience and determination of his Cherokee ancestors. He has faced challenges head-on, never losing sight of his roots or his commitment to serving others. His heritage is a source of strength and inspiration, reminding him of the importance of perseverance, the power of community, and the responsibility of leadership. Senator Markwayne Mullin's journey from plumber to politician embodies the American dream. But partisan gridlock and political polarization have eroded public trust. Restoring trust requires a shift in mindset and prioritizing ethical behavior. By holding officials accountable, we can renew our commitment to democracy. The pursuit of the American dream is a collective endeavor. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you have anything to add or share, please comment down below. And lastly, please subscribe to the channel because it greatly supports the work we do. Thanks again, and until next time, stay calculating, my friends.